I'm Jen Valentine, and I am here with alternative health expert Bryce Wylde, and we're going to be talking about something maybe a little shocking.
Yeah, a little taboo, but it's a conversation that we all have to have more of. 60 million, this will shock you, North Americans have problems with their digestion. Irritable bowel syndrome, either in the constipation or diarrhea form. So we're here to tell everyone what they should be looking at when they do look into the toilet bowl in terms of shape and form.
What do we have here?
Well, this is actually a brought-to-life version in clay of the Bristol Stool Chart, which is actually a chart that helps to show you what you should be looking at in terms of what's normal or abnormal. So what I'm going to focus in on here is the Bristol Stool Chart type 3 and type 4. So this is what we want to look for.
This is normal.
This is normal. It's got a little bit of an S shape because your sigmoid colon is kind of shaped like an S, so that's how it should come out. You also want it diving right into the toilet bowl like an Olympic diver, okay? You don't want a lot of sounds going on or gas emitted or pellets forming, okay? You also want to make sure it doesn't sink really quickly or even float for that matter. That's usually an issue around fat in your diet. Too much fat and it's floating. Too little, it's going to sink really quickly to the bottom. You want it kind of like a submarine, half diving in and sitting there in this S-shaped form.
It's a whole production.
It is.
What about the other ones here?
Yeah, so this side here is way too constipated. Some of us have seen or deal with daily that goat turd shape, and that's too constipated. Okay, usually too little fiber. And on this side, it's too loose. It's not shaped, it's not formed, it's broken apart. And geez, that's over there is, you want to talk to your doctor about that. That's possibly a bad trip to Mexico or something, but that's diarrhea, right? And sometimes that's too little fiber also.
So what if we're not performing as well as we should be?
Well, correct your diet. I mean, you've heard this age-old rhetoric before, but looking at your diet for the amount of fruits and vegetables, we all need to attain more of that, minimum of 7 servings a day of every color of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Green's probably the most important. We need more fiber, Jen. So at the end of the day, we're only getting between 10 and 15 grams. We need at least 30 to 35 grams a day, and that's going to come from that rainbow of fruits and vegetables.
Some people might not want to look into the toilet at their poop.
Right. Well, I recommend and encourage you do, because otherwise, how do you know what you're producing? And this is what you want, is the regular, nice, and by the way, that regularity is another point. So nothing less than once every 3 days. It's the 3-3 rule. Nothing more than 3 times a day. So make sure you're regular. But if you don't want to look, I've got a challenge for you. It's called the 4 square challenge. Okay? So no more than 4 squares of toilet paper, and if you're wiping away and it's a nice clean wipe, you've probably achieved the type 3 or 4.
So how long should we be spending on the toilet?
Make it quick. You want to get in and out, all right, excuse the pun, and you want to stop tweeting and socializing and texting your friends while you're sitting there or reading magazines. You want to just be done within a minute or two and perform this type 3 or 4 here. And frankly, here's another tip for you. Get Regular Girl into your diet. This is a simple, wonderful new product you add once a day into a glass of water or a shake first thing in the morning. And it's got that soluble fiber that I'm inferring, as well as a probiotic in here. And this will help to keep you regular, achieve this type 3 or 4. And frankly, it also helps to decrease that bloating and that distension that a lot of us walk around with.
How do we get more information?
Well, you can go to regulargirl.com where there's a ton of other videos and instructionals around how to best achieve this perfect poo.
Thank you, Bryce. So much information.